Okay, we're live. Gonna change some settings here, let people join. Almost told YouTube that the game was Silksong. There we go. Okay, got some people in chat. Hey, Felipa. So, I did do, like, a tiny bit of building right before stream. This is a bit loud. And my stream replay is frozen. You'd love to see it. Can you please work? There we go. What was I saying? Yeah, I did a little bit of building before stream. Just cutting out these windows, putting that there. Changing up the front a bit. And then beyond that, I did a lot of prep, because I have all of this stained glass. I want to fill in all the windows. So we're gonna put in the PS gradient. Now, 9 actually has this in his base, unintentionally. So I'm probably just gonna be copying that. But I believe it goes like this. How high is each window? 6? Okay. I know how I'm gonna divide that then. And then this is the top, so you go like that. Oh, that's my chisel, I can't do that. We're gonna see how this works out. No, it needs to be lower, okay. Oh no, Cobb is here again. It's so over. I might be overcomplicating this. Heck, you better try not to overcomplicate a window challenge. Impossible. Or really just anything. It's not exclusive to Windows. I want this to be symmetrical. I gotta do this. No, it just doesn't work. The bubble glass doesn't work. Without the partitioned ones like these? I think I just need to choose a different kind, because 9 made his windows look really good using that. You know what, let's look at 9's windows. Let's just copy those. Yeah, these windows. So it's not consistent, it's kind of random. So yeah, I think I need to use like the 4-tile glass a bit more. But that's what I'm mainly basing these windows off of. He didn't mean for them to use the Project Singularity colors, but that just ended up happening. Do people think 9's base is Spawn? Because everyone started talking about Spawn when I went to 9's base. No, that's just 9 and Florbin's base. This is Spawn. I'm new. What's this Project Singularity theme? A thing? We're playing a like content creator server on GregTech New Horizons, which is like a really insane tech mod pack you might know about. And by the end of the server, we're going to be doing some absolutely insane crafting recipes with huge automation lines. But right now, we're kind of early in the game. We're just using little 100-volt machines. You know what GregTech is? Okay. You haven't heard of Project Singularity? Okay, so basically, GTNH Hermitcraft. We have a bunch of creators. I think right now the list is 14 different YouTubers, including Neurotic Goose, and 9, Flurbin, Soycake3, a bunch of others, Duck. And we're all playing together, taking it very slow, trying to move at the same progression level and focus on things like economy and interaction to make things interesting. Okay. So I've already forgotten what 9's windows looked like. We're off to a good start. I can just pull it up on the VOD here. Or not the VOD, it's a live stream still. He doesn't use any bubble glass. I think that's because it looks bad, so we're just not going to do that. This could be pretty good. We'll just, like, we'll place randomly like he did. Oh, but I've immediately lost everything. What the hell? This isn't cohesive. There, that's pretty good. I might want to make the windows taller, but that's pretty good. Dude, what the hell? Okay, time to just copy that design a few times now. Maybe I could make it a bit more symmetrical, I don't know. I think I do like the kind of asymmetry and random gradient. Cop, I will. This is just a baseline. Like I've explained a few times now, this building that we've made right now is basically gonna get cut open, like I've done for the lower parts, and we're gonna change the entire thing all the way up. So there's gonna be a lot of accents, a lot of extra color. This is just a, like, blank canvas. Also, Cobb just asked a real thing. Can everyone give him a round of applause? The real substantial English sentence. Oh, no, wrong one. Oh, that's going to be too consistent with the bottom. I will just do this then. I'm probably going to need a lot of middle click here. We'll make the top the same each time. Okay, that's quite nice. From the inside, it's not as nice, but from out here, I do like that a lot. This window's significantly taller. which means I'll want this higher up. But then what? Hold on, we could mix in a little bit of, like, unchiseled glass in here. Oh, what the hell? What's up with that? That kind of works lower down. It's weird that the chisel glass is, like, so opaque. There we go. We'll do that. And this window's really wide. Oh, 9's on. Hopefully he doesn't mind me basically just shamelessly stealing his window design. Does this work? I replace that and put some... Oh. There it is. Yeah, we'll take that. These, I feel like these shouldn't be square windows. If I'm putting stained glass in them, it just doesn't look right to be a completely square window. I think I can fix that by just increasing the height of this. Which means I'll probably just make this consistent all the way through. No Silksong spoilers in chat, please. I love the game and I want other people to enjoy it as much as I did. So don't say the names of bosses. I'll play the music here, but I'm not leaving in any songs that are better heard for the first time in-game, or give away what the boss or area is. So that one, I won't say the name of it. That one most people have probably heard because it was out far before the game was. Someone said the name of the boss, so I had to remove those messages. There, that is a bit better. But yeah, if you want to talk about Silksong, I got Silksong streams every single day, beating the game. Usually any percent speedruns, like 90% of the time, but could always use some people talking about the game to get some good banter going. I think 9 is currently in editing jail. I don't think we're gonna see him building here. Okay, I like that. I like that, and this is the first bit of color we've had on the build. There still needs to be a little bit more going on this side, I feel like. Because it is very, very gray. I think we could probably have a hedge around the building. I have the game, I'm just really bad at it. Silksong's really good at teaching you how to be good at the game, though. Like, it's a very difficult game, I will say, but unlike most really difficult games, it teaches you how to be good, and all your failure is just as fun as winning. At least in my experience. Some bosses I was actually sad about winning. I've probably said this like 100 times before. Dude, this window's wrong. This window is straight up wrong. What's wrong with it? Oh, I'm comparing it to that window. No, it's fine. But yeah, in my first playthrough, I actually was sad when I defeated a boss, because then I wouldn't get to go back and fight it. I'm just not good at fighting games at all. That's fine. It took me 120 hours to beat my first Hollow Knight playthrough, the original game. Because of that, and I started speedrunning the game, I was a lot better at Silksong, but since Hollow Knight was my first of that kind, I was like straight ass at the game, so it's all good. It's a great experience, though. Also, I probably need to do some terraforming. I'll do that after the windows. Ooh, I am low on charge. We'll recharge here. Around the outside corners of the middle windows, then it's just gonna look exactly like 9's windows. Block for block. Problem is, 9 did build some really nice windows. Is YouTube my main source of income? Yeah. But I still live with my parents, so I don't need all the money, so I'm just doing this for fun. Actually, don't think I've said that. Don't think I've said that before, because I guess it kind of makes a weird dynamic with the viewers, but... I have enough charge. Ooh, that's actually quite nice. You know, chisel stained glass is a lot more accurate to actual stained glass. Because actual stained glass is quite hard to actually see through. The point of stained glass is not to be looked through, like vanilla Minecraft. Dude, whenever I see a pale spider like this, I always remember the dumb joke I made in, I think, episode 4. Someone got so mad that I mentioned Hornet in a video. Like, dude, just watch a different POV if you can't stand Silksong that bad. Okay. Can you die, like, immediately? Please? Holy shit. Also, I have no clue what I'm gonna do for the interior here. Oh, got a new time to kill quest. Those quests are very nice because they give me quarter lives, which I can eventually turn into additional hearts. Where? Here. Oh wow, we have a lot of these. It's just gonna spew coins everywhere. I don't even want these coins. And I guess I might as well store them. I have a lot of space in my backpacks. Dude, what is this? Thorns? A brutish zombie with thorns is so evil. I don't understand people feeling entitled that a YouTuber likes a new game. I know it's a very small minority, though. Like, most people are smarter than that. Like I said, it was just one comment, one singular comment on episode 4 that was just screaming and crying over me saying the name Hornet. But honestly, it was probably rage bait. It probably wasn't even real. I don't listen to this song very often. It's a very nice song. I know so many people like it. Like, I know most people agree that's a good song. I just guess I'm listening to other parts of the OST. This window design is so sick, I love the colors. Don't thank me. Nine designed these. I am copying them from his base. I don't want anyone to think that these are mine. He didn't mean for them to use the Project Singularity colors, that sort of just happened, so I'm taking the design over here. And this is the Project Singularity bank, so they're fitting. But yeah, not my windows. That's just completely backwards. What are we doing here? We're just gonna tear that down immediately. I should use middle click, that would make things a lot easier. I think I already said that like 2 minutes ago. There we go. Look at that. That adds so much color to the build. Especially from a distance, that's quite nice. Okay, that blue actually sticks out a lot. I should do most of my building on this side so that I can look at it from the recharge area. Looks so out of place with the blank building. I'm working on it. We just need... I need the bottom floor as a proof of concept, and then I can build up. Looks like a fountain from Deltarune. I haven't played Deltarune. I've watched Deltarune. I kinda see it. Should add stained glass to the top of the building and invert the gradients of purples at the top. Yeah, we'll have stained glass all the way up. Dude, this side profile might actually be my favorite part of the build right now. Okay, something else I want to work on, just to finish up this front, is, well, finish up the front. I know. W commentary. Whenever I go silent because I have nothing to say, can you guys all just act like I've said something absolutely profound? Yeah, that's a bit better. And then from here, there's going to be a lot of additional texturing, just adding in like little trinkets and other things. There's going to be so many layers to the texturing, because I want to build like B-dubs. B-dubs and, actually, I think B-dubs is the best example. Just the level of detail he puts on everything. Thank you, chat. I know, I think I'm a philosopher. I also think this looked kind of weird. I could extend the deep slate all the way to the bottom, but I don't know if that would make it better or worse. I guess there's only one way to find out. Yeah, my main worry with doing this is... I probably shouldn't do that gradient, just use deep slate. My main worry is that this is supposed to be a pillar in front of this wall, but then this sort of just sticks out, and it doesn't look right. Okay, then what if I just don't have any deep slate below the top area? Am I gonna do any redstone? Probably not, because there's usually not a reason to in these types of packs. I mean, I guess for the casino, I'm gonna have to take a redstone output from a computer to go to a note block system, but that's probably gonna be the most redstone of the entire series. Oh no. Oh, thanks, Asmodee. You're watching Blue and he died? I thought he just PB'd. I didn't want to talk about that because most people here don't care about Silksong, but he PB'd after like 50 days. I think the last time he PB'd was before I started Silksong every day. Dude, please die. I was looking at chat while killing this guy, but damn, he's taking forever. Okay. Please, the infernals. What? He's pulling me. Let me build! I'm just poking holes in the ground randomly. Oh, you mean in the PB run he died twice. Yeah, I did see that. I stopped watching when he entered the final act because I was preparing for this stream, just getting all the blocks here, but it looked like he was about to throw the run. Dude, please, can they just all die? 44 health, doesn't take a single heart of damage. This thing deals 28 attack damage, and he was taking 5 per hit. I love infernals. That wasn't even an infernal, it's just it's a brutish mob. Hold on, someone mentioned that there's a witchery way to change biomes. Can we change all of Spawn into a mushroom island? Okay, which side here looks better? This side? Or this side? Well, this side isn't finished. Hold on. Let me get some corp. Isn't there a block that stops mob spawns? Yeah, it's right over here, but it doesn't work. It's too small of an area. And also these things take power, so... Ah, I see the problem. This thing hasn't produced a volt of power in who knows how long. Why? Did they just not put a... Professional Greg Tech players set this up, by the way. 9 has Stargate. He has a Stargate in one of his worlds. And this is what he does. Thank you, 9. Dude, it does just work better when I put Deep Slate here. Everything makes more sense when there's Deep Slate there. But then it just doesn't work. Maybe symmetry is what I need. What happens if I just throw in some Deep Slate for fun? Then it looks even more weird, because now we're doing that. No. More stairs? What do you mean? What is Cobb saying? Does this qualify as spam? Can I mute him? These pillars need to be made of something else. Or this needs to be made of something else. Or this needs to just go away. Well, it doesn't fix the glaring issue here. And it really does just make it worse. What if I just extend this a little bit further? I need to somehow make that Deep Slate fit in. No. Why do you never work? Okay, what if I just make it fade out? Because we have Deep Slate on the building there, so I can just use the exact same gradient and fade it out. Actually, I might be a genius. If I... Wait, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want this to be symmetrical, though. I think it was good the way I just had it. But then we'll extend this out a little bit more. You know what? That works. We'll do that. Yeah, something I'm not very good at in builds is using color. Because there's a certain thing a lot of vanilla Minecraft builders do, where they'll just place a bunch of blocks that look like they would never work together, and then you take a step back and suddenly the build is, like, perfect. Because they all blend together. I'm not very good at using color like that. But this type of thing, like, close up, it's random, but far away, it completely fixes the issue I was running into. Try avoiding polished deep slate and gradients. We spent 3 hours making this gradient, and polished deep slate was by far the best option, and I still stand by that. In fact, that spot was the most difficult part of the gradient. At one point we were going to use, like, carpenter's blocks with technical blocks to just use the metal plating part of the technical block. And then we were going to use a bunch of different X-tones blocks, and none of those worked. And then I just simply said, you know what? Let's stop avoiding deep slate. What does it look like? And it was by far the best option. Me and a friend are playing TFG and we don't know anything about MV power. What do you mean don't know anything about MV power? Like, you don't know what method you should use to generate it? Because they did change it a lot. What I used in MV is I was still using steam power, but that was just because lava power was so overpowered. I think now what you'd want to do is wood distillation. But it's no longer benzene. Benzene got nerfed pretty hard. So you want to do something with wood distillation. I forget, the quests should have something if you're on the newest version. If you're on like 0.10 though, benzene's definitely the best option. Yeah, that works so well. Just a tiny little bit of gray-colored bricks. This ended up looking way more gothic than I initially intended, but whatever. Okay, interior can wait. Let's actually work up the building now. Also, I forgot to hit record. Love that. Oh no. I know I'm gonna edit this together though, so it shouldn't be a big deal. And I can download the VOD if necessary. So now what? I think I wanna... Oh wait, no, not like that. I have a better idea. So if I go around like this... Okay, the sideways stairs might be too much. Oh? No, I just need to break up the top there. If I replace that with a different block, I don't know if I want it darker or lighter, though. I just go straight back to the colored bricks. I know it's in the floor here, but it might work. No, I think we want to go lighter. What happens if I... I know, very unique idea for me. What if I put technical blocks there? Shocker. Okay, no, it's it's pretty good. It's pretty good. No, that's fire. Yeah, we're using that. I could have also put, like, gold accents or something. But what's the fun in that if we can use technical blocks? You know what? Hold on. Before we lock in technical blocks, let's go grab some gold blocks. Maybe an outline of tech blocks? No, 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 no. We're not going that far. I have showed restraint so far. We're not gonna coat the thing in technical blocks. Oh, thank you, Minecraft. What am I looking for? Oh yeah, here. Also, have you guys seen what Aspect's been working on? This area is huge. Anyways. Can't wait for an actual entrance into the witch farm. Or an actually centralized area to store all this, because right now we're walking on pipes and macerators, which is probably a workplace safety hazard. I need to smelt this first. Why are these in here? I'm not gonna question. That's obviously aspect. You still have that pipeline where the stairs are? What stairs? Hold on, let me show you this shit. What stairs? Where did they go? Okay, we're gonna use these gold blocks, and we're gonna see how they work. Hold on, I wanna put some stuff away. I also wanna find some tobacco. No, it's regular. I want this. I'll have to T-search it. Why is it over there? Fascinating. Also, there's a lot of kinds of tobacco. This would probably be strength. Who knows what that is? Is that just hunger? I feel like a lot of those are Thaumcraft effects, if I were to guess. I gotta work on the Nether Highway. Because I've dug out all of this area. Every time I pass through there, I dig out a little bit more. Now that's done. So I gotta actually start building around there. I do like that. Okay, so someone said I should add more color with, like, gold blocks. This might be too much, though. The build is very gray, so adding this could be a bit of a shock. It does kind of work. That is really rich. I mean, it's a bank. Let's do it. Honestly, let's send it. That works. Do we have a saw bench? Yes. So what would happen if I... no, I don't want to square it off. This actually works here. Or does it? No. Okay. How come I'm always hearing Dies Irae when I hear Silksong music? Because it's all Dies Irae. I think there's only like 3 songs that don't have a Dies Irae. In case people are wondering what the Dies Irae is, it's that da da da. Wait, no, that's out of tune. Da 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 da. There's the melody, but that's everywhere in Silksong. It's the menu theme. It's the It plays in every area theme, it plays in almost every boss theme. I'm not gonna put any names because I don't want to spoil, but yeah, it's a big thing. Hekiba definitely got paid off by big technical block. I removed the technical blocks, what are you talking about? Oh, actually that's a good idea, I should put some technical blocks in here. Just stack them right on top, and then we have some kind of railing over that. What color do I want the railing? Could probably go with Agon here. No, that's really gray. That's just a nothing burger texture. That's really gray. It might be just technical blocks here. No, I think it's the fault of the shape I'm using. Let's go a bit more standard here. Yeah, that's okay. Would that work with the Gon? Ah, it's really plain. What if I use glass railing? Or like this. Let's mess around. No, that doesn't look like anything. That's pretty decent. Technical fence. The gold and white also works. Terraria marble biome. Exactly. Has Hekiba given up on making a deep dock / coral chambers type building? No. Kind of. My base is definitely going to be inspired off of those areas. Deep Docks so far has been a very large inspiration, but with the way I take inspiration and the limitations of building blocks, it ends up not looking like those things at all. So my base is actually mostly inspired off Deep Docks, but it changed so much in my head that the final result doesn't look like it, which is okay, because I like what my base looks like. Okay, we're gonna try a bunch of things here. So the first thing we have here is technical block railing. Then we have a Gon railing. Oh, a Gon railing's actually quite nice. And then we have glass railing. I think I gotta go with a Gon railing. Nine's definitely in editing jail. With the way he keeps having to switch game modes, and like he was AFK there, meaning he was probably in the editing software going through clips. He is deep in editing jail. Heard you guys say editing jail, but I've never gotten to why you need to be online. You mean like why 9's on the server right now? With his format, which I've made videos like that in the past, the E2E movie, and I'm working on a similar one right now. You have to sort of just stay logged into the game constantly so that you can go in and go, oh hey, I need an item image of an LV circuit. And so you bookmark it here. Actually, in GTNH it has a large thing, and so then I just take a screenshot of that. But then also, especially for 9, he needs big camera paths, and so he'll stay in the game so that he could get like a nice passing shot of this building. So he has to be online for editing jail. Okay, I need to add stained glass there. I've been just staring at this, contemplating if there's anything to change. What if I go for a bit more faint here? What if I just use vanilla stained glass? Oh, then the cyan doesn't really stick out as well. Yeah, if I could have the same color up here, that would work. I mean, I kind of can. What? I guess that glass pane isn't real. Do you recommend any other players on the server that would be nice and easy to follow? I don't watch a lot of other players, honestly, because I try to stick to my own stuff. But you said you enjoy watching my team, so I assume you've seen Aspect. Neurotic Goose and Duck are the only other people I've watched at all, because I've watched Goose far before starting this series. And so yeah, Goose is very interesting. He's very different than how I play, because he's all about breaking the server as hard as he possibly can. But then also, 9's videos are very good to watch. They're not like a Let's Play like mine, but they're sort of history of the server on a larger scale. I like those videos because I don't even know what's going on my own server, so I kind of need them. Also, this is kind of fire. Always more stairs. That's the moral of the story. But yeah, I don't know a lot of wow. I don't know a lot of the YouTubers here. Well, I do know them, but I don't watch their POVs, so I don't know who's exactly the best. But I'd say Goose, Aspect, and probably Jetlag would be very nice. Is there a schedule you can tell us for the next tier? No, because we don't have one. The whole point of this server is that we're completely going at our own pace, and so tier gates are only really decided a week before we break them. What if I inverted these? I'm still just staring at this, trying to figure out what I want to change, because I know something needs to change. It's not quite how I want it. That really is a lot of what building is. The single biggest improvement you can make is just taking a step back every 5 seconds and being willing to change anything. Yeah, we'll do that. Because someone pointed out that these are all curvy and then these are straight, so I think inverting it like this does point out that they are different windows. So it doesn't look as weird for them to not be curvy. Add a trapdoor or something like that to the balcony. I think the stairs fixed that problem. Do you plan on making glass gradients towards the top later as well? Above here I might not even have a lot of glass gradients. I think a lot of the gradients I want there will be done with anti-blocks. Similar colors, but I don't know. I'm going as I'm building as I think. Also, I'm starting to think of how the interior's gonna go. I think this vault floor is basically going to be for show, and then we take an elevator up to here, and then this is the functional part of the bank. And people can fly in from here. That's why I added this balcony, because everyone's flying, so need that convenience. And then, like, probably near the top, we'll have a meeting room, and then filler space between there. The windows should be darker at the top? Yeah, I was thinking the same. I think the difficult part for these windows, and really everything I use for accents, is going to be those middle tones, because that's when I have to switch between trying to be lighter than the background to trying to be darker, and that's going to be difficult. Add a large red arrow to indicate where they should fly in. Not this again. I should make this a bit taller, though, for convenience. I know one change I can make here. If I turn this into a solid, coherent pillar, that would make this feel a lot less like the top is overhanging. Oh, but that does bring its own problems. What happens if I just extend it down a little bit? No. Place slabs? That actually might work. If you mean what I think you're meaning. There, that's good now. Also, this needs to be blended together better with stairs. We're just gonna do a little bit of a sidetrack here. Just learned I'm not good at making arches. No, he means place slabs so that they have to sneak to get inside. It's 1.7, you can't even do that. I go like this. You don't crouch nearly low enough in this version. Okay, let's start working our way up now. So the next thing I want to work on is this. I don't know what I was thinking when I made these, though. I don't think I actually was thinking ahead to, like, how this would work, but I can't really put windows on them. They're too short. I'm really tempted to just, like, put some arches that go into the side of the building, like a lot of old medieval churches. But at the same time, this is supposed to be a skyscraper, so... I really want to just add another little arch thing like we just did here. Just on a smaller scale. Ran out of stairs. I'm gonna deplete 9's entire stock of deep slate. Yeah, that works, just on its own. We do that. Oh, it's gonna be annoying, because if I do that, that'll connect. Whatever. Are you gonna manage the new money and don't do the same as Tofu Coin? This isn't gonna be owned by me or Nine or any group of people. This is gonna be server owned, essentially. So we'll control the currency with votes. We'll decide, okay, do we want to print more? And also we won't have an exchange rate. This won't be tied to the value of motors ever. We have a starting amount in circulation. We print more when necessary, based on a vote, and that's it. We'll have a short buy-in period where people can trade their tofu coin for whatever we name this. It seems like it's going to be called Singularity coin. And then, from there, I guess we just do real-life economics to try to keep it afloat. They won't. This building is for shits and giggles. Exactly. He gets it. I don't think I need to do anything here, to be honest. Maybe I can decide when I have an interior, but we'll just copy this over. Don't overcomplicate parts of the build that don't actually matter. The sequel to technical block wireframing. Polished deep slate wireframing. Is Singularity coin going to be a circuit or just a random rename item? We haven't decided what item it's going to be, because, again, this is going to be a server-controlled thing, so I think we should just have a meeting. We build a meeting room at the top, and we decide all together how the currency should go. But I'd want something that's, like, similar to the Singularity logo. Unfortunately, we can't make eternal singularities yet, which is what the logo actually is. I mean, I guess we could just cheat in a bunch of eternal singularities. I'm sure that won't cause any issues by giving people a... What tier is this? UIV? I can't tell. I'm sure it won't cause any problems by giving people a late game item like that. I forgot to loop my playlist again. Ask Soy for Eternal Singularity without cheat. Problem is, you could probably get that in like a week. So you're not even joking here. You probably could just do that. But it's against server rules, so he won't. Envisioning someone making a counterfeit currency, that's one of the only rules on the server that you can't do that. Because unlike Hermitcraft, we can't use something like diamonds that are inherently valuable. Because, I mean, if we use exactly diamonds, right now they'd be pretty good. I mean, you'd still have to pay pretty highly. My food would probably be 2 diamonds apiece. But, like, it's not too bad. Next tier, though, it's gonna get a lot less valuable. Actually, no, people already have so many diamonds from witch farms. What am I talking about? What's the best way to get them right now? Oh, and yeah, you can find diamond veins. So if you really just want to go out there, you can get an easy 1,000,000 diamonds. Can we fabricate diamonds yet, though? That's what I'm wondering. Oh, we can use... Yeah, no, that's broken. So there's a lot of ways to just farm diamonds by MV, where we are now. And it's going to get even worse in, like, EV and IV. And eventually people will have to start trading in millions of diamonds. And you'll need super chests to store the diamonds, and eventually the super chests you're trading the diamonds with are more valuable than the diamonds. So yeah, every item you ever use in GTNH will undergo just insane hyperinflation, which is why we have to use abstract currencies. And so we have to have rules that say, no, you cannot print your own money. That's against server rules and we will ban you. This is uneven. Nice. Now which side is wrong? So that's 3, 3, 3. So this is wrong because it's 2. 2 mentioned? Okay. But yeah, we could probably also add a custom item for Singularity coin. We've been throwing around the idea since before the server started. I'm pretty sure 3 on our server has experience with just adding shit to GTNH, so he could just make a custom item. Okay, now I don't know what to do, because we finished the lower part of the building, where I actually had an idea of what I was building. Now we have to do this middle section, the really tall part. The logical thing to do, since this is... Unstable ingots? Oh yeah, unstable ingots would be good. Or nuggets. I assume he can hear me. It's not too difficult to just use, like, make our own currency. Make a custom item, and then name that. They wouldn't have to be a craftable item, we could just cheat it in. Have I checked if this building looks good without modernity? None of these textures are modernity exclusive. Actually, there is one. This stone, chiseled stone bricks texture. But this texture looks basically the same. Like, it's the same color without modernity, and it's actually likely better. I can show you. We specifically picked out this block palette to not use any textures that change. Like Deep Slate, since Deep Slate is being backported here, it has no texture change. It's the modern texture both ways, because there was no old texture. It didn't exist back then. And then all the factory blocks also don't have modern variants, and so there's no equivalence. And so yeah, this is what the building looks like with old textures. You can see it's identical. And let me just verify. Yeah, these are old textures. This is old cobblestone. Old enchant... I didn't know enchantments were different. But yeah, this is identical. What's my PC specs? I bought 64 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM 1 week before the RAM crisis. I'm not even going to say any of my other specs, that's just my flex. I have 64 gigabytes of DDR... Ugh! Okay, hold on. Sorry, we're going to switch that back. Is there people messing around with open computers? Yes. I hired Mastiox as my business partner to make some casino machines using open computers. Hold on, I wonder if I could show this real quick, because he got a slot machine working. I'm gonna have to open this up on OBS somehow, and I don't know how. Yeah, that works. Here? Yep. Okay. This is what Mastiox made. Now, I don't know why it's just looping like that. He has a few others here. Yeah, there. I'll download this one as well so that you guys can see it. Does this show up on stream? Yes. So he has this whole ASCII art system that runs a slot machine. The slot machine is the only thing he's made so far, but I think that's very cool. Okay. I think I gotta think about what each interior is gonna be. Because this floor, I just mentioned, is gonna be the actually functional part of the bank. Where people will probably have, like, ATMs and stuff. So then the windows on this level might be different, but I want it to be consistent is the thing. What happens if I just go really skyscraper-y? Just throw in some 2x3 windows like this, and we cover the whole building in them. And then, hold on, where's the floor separation? It's there. What are you doing? Why are you like this? That doesn't make any sense to me that the visual part of the block is not even tied to the actual entity of the item. What happens if I go up 3 blocks here? Is this enough? Oh, we reached a gon. We're insta-mining now. Okay, so I can have the windows equally spaced. Our floors are properly designed for that. Uh-oh. Okay, that's a mistake. So I could just do windows like that, but it's a bit boring. It's a little bit boring. What I could do... Let me bring this up here. I could, like, have a deep slate accent around here. And then whenever we have these floor transitions, I have a little arch like this. I'd probably change the what color this is. I'd probably make it a gradient instead. But if we continued that for every window layer, it could look good, but it also might look really weird. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of it here as a demo. And then, you know what, we'll do it on the corner as well to make it an effective demo. Oh, I'm just digging holes in the ceiling here. Okay, insta-mining blocks is a bit dangerous. Oh no. It's not the same side front to back, because the front's different. Purposefully too. I purposely made the front different so that you'd have this bigger indent and it's more like the Empire State Building. But that means that this side isn't the same. I'll move this over. Yeah, I can make it work with a 2-block center. Okay, well that's exactly the same thing. Okay. Oh, then I can't have the arch here. Okay, so this design simply does not work. Unless I moved this in 1 block. Oh. Or no, not move it in. I'd have to move it out. Dude, these insta-mining is actually a problem. I just lost my voice there for a second. I think it could have worked, too. Like, not this dark. I think what I'd do is I'd copy the gradient behind it, but then use the block, like, 2 levels below. So then on Agon, I'd be using polished deep slate. Or no, probably 1 level. So Agon, I'm using the factory blocks here, and then stone bricks, I'm using Agon. Continue that up the tower. But we can't do that. I don't know where my item magnet went. Kinda want it right now. Yeah, I think I can widen this indent. That'll fix it. Yeah, I can widen that. That does fix it. So then I'll do the design I had. Oh, server restart. I'll be honest, Cobb, I don't even know who FaZe Clan is. I keep hearing the name, and I don't know anything. And I feel like I'm very, like, uninformed and stupid for not knowing who they are, because everyone seems to know who they are. It's Fortnite? Yeah, I'll be honest, I haven't ever played a shooter, so that'd explain it. Oh man. I'm reaching that point in the stream where all I want to do is silently build and not say a word. Such deep thoughts, thank you. Feel free to be speechless, I will watch you silently from afar. Are we still talking about the live stream? Okay, so if I want to have an accent like I just placed there earlier, I can't use deep slate all the way from the bottom because we have a layer here that is made of deep slate. So I'll have to use something that's darker, so I want to use deep slate tiles. But close up, these will look really weird, so I don't know. I mean, I guess it's a gradient build, close up doesn't really matter. You know what, screw it, let's just see what happens here. Why did I just... Okay, nice. So yeah, the accents themselves are also gonna have a gradient like that. What's your thoughts on fast food? That's such a broad question. There's a lot of different fast food chains. Like, doesn't Subway count as fast food? Subway's pretty damn good. But then Burger King also counts. So I can't make a general statement. I'm just gonna build this pillar here and see if it looks good by the top. Oh wait, I think I'm messing something up. Yep, I forgot a gone. I might need to slow the gradient as I go up. Because I had dark Agon there, so I need this Agon. Yeah. Oh yeah, a lot of Americans in chat. Yeah, fast food in the US I think is significantly worse than here in Canada. Not that it's healthy at all here, but your processed food in general, I have to say, is kind of disgusting. I don't know if this is all American butter, but I've seen I've seen that, like, American butter is really yellow, like banana yellow. It's scary. Why is it so yellow? What did you guys add? That cannot be healthy. The butter I buy is damn near white. What's your opinion on poutine? It's so good. I didn't know it was like a Canadian thing for so long. I thought everyone had it. You guys are missing out. Like top 10 best things to make with fries. Yeah, that'll work, honestly. I'm really going out of my comfort zone with this building style. Fanta is really orange. No, it's really orange out here too. No, most of the drinks in Canada are exactly the same. British Fanta. I think British Fanta goes too far in the other direction. It just looks like orange juice. Like, you have to have some dye to make the food look appealing, but Americans use more dye than food. Burger King is the healthy fast food there. Really? I mean, I guess I can't really think of... Maybe Tim Hortons is kind of the healthy-ish fast food here. Because there's just so many different menu options, but... I guess it's fast food and healthy. Nothing's gonna seem that healthy, but... Burger King is the last thing I think of when I'm... Like, if I'm trying to be a little bit more healthy, but all I've got is fast food, Burger King's the last place I'd go, probably. But McDonald's isn't probably isn't much better. Okay. So, again, close up, this is gonna look really weird. If you go onto this balcony, I guess it isn't even that weird. Still, it's a little weird. I think deep slate tiles are the most weird out of all of the... the worn metal wall is a bit messy. Is there a dark or a gone I could use here? Ooh. Maybe that's the answer. Or is this too dark? Oh, it's actually too light. It's more on par with that. Really? Okay. Let me see if there's any, like, modded Deep Slate variants. I doubt it, because Deep Slate itself is backported. Oh, this isn't modded, but it's actually a pretty decent option. We don't have any cobbled Deep Slate, though. I swear these aren't a thing. Cracked Deep Slate bricks. I'm like 90% sure these aren't a thing in vanilla. Anyways. Could just stick some qubits in here, when in doubt. Or I could skip to Corp. No, Corp is significantly darker. That's too dark. Okay, we'll do 3 then. No, this is too light, though. Barely any different. Then maybe we can just throw in some Corp. It is quite dark. Is there a different kind of Corp that's a little bit lighter? No, that's darker. And this runs into the same problem where it just doesn't look right in a pillar, but it kind of gets the job done. Nothing looks right here. I think it's good enough, but I don't like saying good enough with my builds. I'll live with it, though. There's a lot of extra detailing we'll do, too. Oh, what am I... Yeah, here. I got confused by what I was doing for a second there. Oh, holy shit. Ryan Armstrong. Thank you. Dude paid $50 for me building in Minecraft. Guy must be filthy rich. What percentage does YouTube take? With donations, I don't think it takes anything. For ad revenue, I actually don't know. I don't look at that stuff, but it's pretty generous compared to what I've seen other platforms do. But I guess that just means the standard's really low. Yeah, if I remember correctly, it was like a 30% cut, which I don't think seems that crazy. I don't know, I don't need the money, so I don't look at it. Could buy 2 copies of Silksong with that money, though. Or wait for a sale and get 4. Maybe even 5. For donations, it's 30%? Really? Okay. Again, I don't really care much. That's qubits. I need corp. Dude, let me middle click this shit. Oh, I don't have any. Okay. And once you've actually played that song that just played, you notice a lot more going on in the lower sections. I played that song. Again, I'm not going to say the name of it for spoiler reasons, because it's an area name. But I play that song on piano. Quite difficult, but I guess most video game OSTs, especially orchestral ones like that, are very difficult to play on piano. Okay. Looking pretty good. Again, using gradients like this is something I thought I'd never be able to do, because it just looks so weird close up. But from a distance, like, this is... I don't want to be that guy, but it's like the best building in the shopping district. Never thought about it that way? Thank you. I only ever see those after I actually say things, so it's not as funny. what? Wait, I thought I removed deep slate tiles. Why is this here? Okay, one extra corner done. This takes really long. I didn't think the wireframe like that would be so annoying. Yeah, once I have these wireframes done, then I'll add the separators between windows. I definitely like how this is going. And then, wow, and then on this final level of wireframing, I'm not going to do 2 levels lower, because then I'd be building with calcite around it, which I think is too light. So I'm just going to do diorite for the rest. Oh, but this design doesn't account for the inside here. I could probably just stick some anti-blocks in there, because I've been looking for a space to do that. Okay. Dude, I wish there was a copy and paste. I don't want to make the whole ass gradient again. Let me prepare my hotbar, because I do have the second hotbar, which I can swap. So how many colors are there? 8? Really, only 8? But there's more than that. Yeah, it looks like 8. I could actually fit that in one hotbar then. Except I do want my chisel in there. So then I'll place all the corp now and then do that. What's the idea with the gradient? Well, mainly for me, it's because I want to learn how to build with color like this. And 9 had the idea when we were debating what this bank should look like, is just to make one big white to black gradient building, which I initially thought would be a bad idea, as much as I wanted to build a build with gradients, but then I went into a creative world, whipped a little demo up, and decided that this was a good idea, and so here we are. But yeah, the gradient wireframe is going to be 2 tones darker than the background, just so that it's always darker like that. And then eventually we're going to cross in between all the windows. Okay, that's all of the core placed. So now I'm just gonna change up my hotbar so that I have a stack of each gradient block. Oh, is there only that much smooth stone? That's a problem. And then I'm missing a block in between. Chiseled stone, I think. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna grab some more smooth stone, but you can see the gradient here. Why was I here? I love having such a focused and amazing brain. What is this? We have an implosion compressor? Why are we building them all in this room? The wrong room. This is the multi-block room. Why do we need... Whatever. It's Aspect's work. Anything Aspect does is instantly good because it's Aspect. Ex-Tofu Corp employee. What was that? Oh. By the way, does anyone know what happened to Logan's Spectre bees? Because there's only modest bees in here. I can't find where the actual hive would have been. If that one wasn't the right one. There were Spectre bees, and that would make this farm actually function. And now they don't exist. Maybe they got blown up with everything else. Like maybe he took back some Spectre princesses and those got blown up. That would be yet another valid reason that he left. Or took a break. They died? Why wouldn't you do pristine princesses? I think ignoble's just a bad idea always, right? Especially for a farm like that needs to be passive. Uh-oh, that's not how you make a gradient. Maybe just lazy to get pristines. I know what Logan was doing with bees. He was anything but lazy when it came to bees. Dude, he did so much bees. Uh-oh. Okay, there's 5 more to go. I have absolutely nothing to say. I'm just building the same thing over and over again. Ever wonder why I have difficulty actually making building montages? Because the whole time it's just me very slowly placing a few blocks and then comparing it and then breaking them all and then comparing again. Maybe placing 3 or 4 more blocks. I don't know how I did it in TFG. I guess I came in with a better plan for each build, but it was less fun to actually record, which is what really matters to me. Oh, I guess we're doing that now. Blood magic. I always feel like I'm missing out on progression a little bit, and then I remember that Aspect well, I feel like my viewers are missing out on progression, but Aspect makes videos, so it's fine. And they're really good videos, so you guys should watch them. But yeah, since Aspect has done the majority of actual MV progression, if you feel like you are missing out on that, then go watch Aspect. Guess who came up with the idea for a bank? That's a difficult guess. I think it may have been me. I don't know, maybe someone else said it and I just didn't see it, but like... Pretty sure I decided to make the bank. That's very significantly lower. We'll do that to make up for it. That's deep slate. Who was the first to establish a currency on the server? I think it was Tofu Corp. Me and Tofu Corp did it around the same time, though. Pretty sure it was Tofu Corp, though. You know what, let's just do a hard cut off here. Just to make it different from both sides. There we go. So the build is starting to actually look good. I'm gonna I'm gonna carve out all of these windows and make the arches, and then probably end stream. I want to end this stream with a cohesive idea, because so far I've been very good at just making kind of new stuff. I've been very creative, and tomorrow I might not be, so let's get this done so that tomorrow I can just build the same thing over and over again. You do wish Logan would be back to see his POV. I do too. He was doing some really cool stuff with, like, the Wither farm. He's gonna automate working frames. But, like, at the same time, he got hit with the GTNH screw you from the blew up all of his progression, so understandable. But maybe he'll be back. Like, Aspect, when I originally invited Aspect in August, he turned down the offer eventually. Like, he was on the server for a bit, but then said, no, I can't. Then Aspect comes back and is, like, a core part of the team. Terraria 1.4.5 is releasing soon. I'm actually not up to date. Did it release already? Anyways, he said he wanted to make time for that. He is a Terraria YouTuber after all. Yeah, I'm not quite up to date with Terraria anymore, because I just don't play it. I'm still probably a living Calamity wiki page, though, even though I haven't played it in a long time. Ask me what the drop chance of the ice shield is, and I'll say, oh yeah, it's a 1 in 50 chance from the ice clasper, which is found in hard mode underground ice biome caves. There's just some of those obsessions I will always know way too much about. Same with the original Hollow Knight, even though I haven't played it in 6 months. I could still tell you exactly how to 112% the game in the most efficient order. So right now, with these wireframed, it feels like it's a bunch of separate buildings together in one area. But that's okay, because we're not done anyways. I want to add those little, like, joining arch bits. And these should be really simple to do, because I'm going to do them between floors like this. Which, oh wait, no. Oh no. That would be fine if I was using the background block, because that's always consistent. Add some more gold accents. There is nowhere good to put them here. Maybe in the middle, but I'll only do that if they're good. You keep talking about something and you tricked me into using gold accents or something. You did not, for the record. I chose these gold accents because... Oh wait, no. No, you did worm your way into my head. No, that is your fault. Listen, I'm not just gonna add them for the sake of it. They're gonna look good. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, arches. Smartass. Okay. This is gonna be really annoying. I need to stretch this gradient down. That's what needs to happen. Oh wait, no, I need to stretch it up. I need to arch with corp. I don't want this arch to be right on the border of the gradient, and so I'm moving the gradient here, so that I can just pull it across like that. Okay, I won't do it on both sides yet. Again, up close, this is gonna look really weird. Oh. Oh wait, this is fine. But from afar, this is what looks very nice. I think for builds like this, if you want it to look good up close, you have to ignore the gradient and place a lot of detail over top of the gradient, which is what I'm gonna do anyways. I'm learning a lot here. That top floor is significantly higher. Is there anything I want to do about that, though? If I just lowered this all by one block, it would be better, but then it would be flat with the roof. I think it's more important to have it uniform on the front. Use stairs instead of full blocks. Oh, I'll add stairs. This is just a baseline. These are going to be a lot like what I did all the way down here, just a little bit thinner. And because of the saw bench, I can turn all of these blocks into stairs. Caramel Eater, my beloved, those who know. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use stained glass all the way up. I think I've decided on that now, because that's gonna look really cool. No, we'll leave that. Speaking of blue, could we hear that angelical hymn again? No. Thank you, GTNH. Don't know what happened to the saw bench. Won't worry about it, though. Okay, let's see how these look. There, I like that. I think all I need to do now is I need to add just a little bit more to the outside here, like maybe some panels on these corners. I do have this diamond saw. That might be too thick. Oh, no, out of charge. Fun. Thank you, whatever infernal mob that was. Speed up my trip very nicely. Oh yeah, I was gonna terraform around there. Well, whatever. I might do that off stream. What does he have? Oh, there we go. That's a lot. That's 53 stacks. Also, interestingly, this has its default texture. Yeah, what do you guys think? Should we use unstable nuggets like this, or make a custom currency? Or actually, we could just add a texture pack to retexture unstable nuggets to Singularity coin. Because I'm pretty sure this isn't useful for anything, right? Yeah, the only reason you'd make unstable nuggets is either for the stable unstable ingot, which we don't need because of weird exploits, or for Singularity coin. So I think we could just retexture this. Also, would this look nice? Oh yeah, that is just a very nice touch. Okay, someone in chat is going to be very happy about this. It is actually quite nice. Oh, it's quite nice. Oh, I do like it. Well. What happens if I put this everywhere? Isn't it crazy that the guy who recommended this also recommended the giant red arrows on the roof of that building? Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. I'm trying to find something wrong with it. And, I mean, I wouldn't say it's perfect, but it's probably one of the best options here. We got the Gilded Project Singularity Bank. Do I want to do that many, though? Because that's going to go all the way up the building. That's a lot of gold. It would look pretty good, though. Maybe remove the middle ones? If anything, I think I should remove the corner ones, replace it with something else. Maybe that's it. Because the corners need something, definitely. But gold might not be the play. Oh, wrong chest. I could use iron there. Because iron has a very similar chisel texture. Here, simple iron block would look like silver. Maybe upside down stairs of the gradient blocks. That might stick out too much, but... No, I think that can go somewhere. I just need to find a different architectural block for that. But I don't know what to use. Stairs are very nice, but that one added too much. Hold on, there is some cursed shit you can do, with the microblock saw. Let me just experiment for a second. If I do corp panel like that, and then you do corp pillar, you could have essentially a compressed stair like this. Okay, I said that acting like I knew it would work. That's crazy. Hold on. That works. That works really well. So it's like a compressed stair. Doesn't stick out as much, but it still serves the same purpose in the building. Oh, whoops. Needs to be a different color, does it? Like, look from down here, that works. Maybe one level higher? We'll try it. This does start to mess with the gradient, but... So there's this option, and then there's this option. Oh, one level higher as in the gradient. I'll try that. I'll need to clear my inventory though, because I'm gonna have a lot of microblocks in here. Yeah, that is a little bit better. Okay, we'll do that. I feel like such a genius using microblocks like this. Glad my idea is best once again. Okay, buddy. Slight problem. It does not like factory blocks at all. Hold on. Oh wait, no, this is gonna run into the same problem though. No, really? Okay. It's technical block time. Yep, that works. Because these are roughly the same brightness. Technical blocks are a little bit lighter, but I don't think it's that bad. Okay, well that's our proof of concept for how the rest of the build is gonna go, but I do not have it in me to actually build it out all the way. So I think I'm gonna call the stream there. But I definitely have an idea for how the rest of this is gonna go. I want some bright anti-blocks in the middle there. We'll have some big wraparound windows up there where we'll have a meeting room. Fit some anti-blocks in the corners there, maybe have some windows in the middle. Just wrap around the whole building, and then we'll finish up the spire. And then we need to work on the interior. I think this is going to be like a 6-stream build. I don't know if I'm going to be building tomorrow as well, because eventually I'll get a bit tired of it, but this is going very nicely. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and God bless.